it's time to get that view pager tab and fragment working. So you need to go watch the video by the Google Unicorn Unibrow guy so that you can really understand how these things work, because I'll be referring to them as I go. So what we want to go do now is we want to go add another package. So we want to say new and we want to say package, and we're going to call this adapter, and we're going to build all other adapters in here, but this is for our view pager adapter. So we're going to say adapters, click OK, and inside adapters we're going to make a new Java class and we're going to call it view pager adapter. And we can then start coding up this guy. So the first thing you want to do, it's just me with Git, don't worry about that if yours doesn't do that. The first thing we want to do with the view pager adapter is we are going to say that it extends, that it extends the fragment pager adapter. And it's going to ask us to implement methods, and we're going to implement those methods. And if you watch that previous video, these would make sense to you now, but we'll talk about them as they go. So we're going to implement the methods, but it's still going to moan saying it doesn't have a constructor that matches the super, so just say create constructor matching super. And it's just where if you instantiate this class, you're going to have to provide it a fragment manager so that it will handle the calling of the fragments for you. So the first one that we have to deal with here is get count and get item. Okay, so we're going to do it a little bit differently to that video. We are going to use lists. So we're going to go use a public static list. List of type fragment. And we're going to call it fragment list. And we're just going to import list there. Okay, and we're also going to make another list, and we're going to say public static list of type string, and it's going to be fragment titles. So I know in the original video, the guy for get count had hard coded in there return 3 because there was going to be exactly 3 fragments that he was going to work with, and that's not dynamic, and we don't like that. You want to make it as dynamic as possible. So we are going to build this so that we can have as many fragments as we like. So we're going to say return fragment list dot size. So that if we have 1 fragment, it will work. If we have 2 fragments, it will work. If we have 7 fragments, it will work. And then the get count is just how many pages do you have. So how many fragments do you want to load? The get item is which fragment fits which number. So get item here, get item 1, the very first fragment must match count there. And the easiest way to do that is to return fragment list dot get, not get I, dot get position, so that these two match up. And then we're going to override. I just have to change these brackets. It really irritates me. And we're going to override the public char sequence get page title, and that basically will return the title of the fragment. And you'll see how all of this works a little bit later. And you're basically going to return fragment titles dot get. You'll see that int is an index. Okay, so that position will handle it for us so that it returns the right fragment at the right count with the right title. So that's what we are working with here. And you will see it a bit better when we actually go and implement this. So that is the fragment adapter. And in the next video, we are going to go ahead and implement this fragment adapter, run our app, and see how we go.